Why spend a fortune on a new paint job when we can show you how to bring new life back in some old body panels? Today on Truck You.
So today we see something that happens a little bit more often than not. You know, kind of good intentions gone wrong is what it is. Our buddy here has a couple of kids and they wanted to clean some junk off the hood of the truck, and they used a scrubby pad that was a little bit too abrasive, right?
A little bit aggressive.
Yeah, and you can see what happened. So a bit of a mess, but you still love the kids nonetheless.
Yeah, but to fix the problem though, it can cost you a lot of money if you're to go down the route where you take it to a paint shop or a body shop and have them repaint it. Unfortunately, though, there is a better way to go, and one that's going to save you a lot of money if you do it yourself. It's all about using the right product and taking a little bit of time. You can actually buff out the damage that's into the surface of the paint here. Give me 1 second. We'll lube up our polishing pad and show you how easy it can be.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's really starting to come back to life. All right, here's the deal. You're gonna go ahead and finish this because I've got to run a little bit of an errand, okay?
Where are you going?
Don't worry, I'll be right back. You got this, Matt.
How is it that I have to do everything around here? Hey, it's not like you're going to California or anything, right?
Nah.
All right. That's pretty, he'll never know.
Huh. Hey man, interesting truck you got here.
Yeah, you could say that.
I mean, I can see it's got a lot of potential. It's not quite show car ready, I don't think.
Well, that makes two of us that see potential, but yeah, it's, kind of always been more of a work truck passed on from generation to generation, really. I'm kind of trying to get it to where I'd like it to be, but I'm not really up to par on their stuff, and I don't have, necessarily the knowledge or the fundage to get it where I'd like, really.
No, that's cool. I can appreciate where you're coming from, but, I think I might be able to help you out a little bit. Let's face it, this thing's going to need a minor miracle to turn it into a show car vehicle, but I know some people down in Huntington Beach who can do just that, and it'll cost, a fraction of what you think, take a fraction of the time. All I need to do is give you a little bit of knowledge. What do you say?
Sounds amazing. Let's do it.
All right, hop in, meet me around front, and I'll take you over and meet him.
Sounds great.
Cool. Hey, Chance, sorry about that red light. I thought you were going to blow it with me.
Yeah, where I come from, that means stop.
Well, not where I'm from, obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, Chance, I'm glad you made it, buddy. This is my boy, Kenneth.
Nice How you doing, Kenneth?
Kenneth from Surf City Garage. He is the miracle worker I was telling you about, but to be honest, I'm seeing the sun on this thing. I don't know, man. Can you pull this off?
Yeah, looking at the truck, the body's really straight, and this is the original paint. A lot of people think what's in this stage that they got to rush out and buy a new paint job, but we can save a lot of money and time by just using the right products and bringing the paint back. We bring in a lot of cars to Surf City Garage in various stages. Some of them actually need full restorations, but most of them just need detailing with the right products. So we should have no problem fixing this.
All right, well, we've got a big project ahead of us. Where do you begin? I imagine with the buffing. That's going to make all the mess, and then we'll take it from there?
Yeah, first we'll wash it and knock all the grime off, and then we'll get the buffing done, and after we're done with that, we'll move on to the final detailing products like the chrome and the glass, interior, things like that.
All right, this is going to be a pretty ambitious project, so why don't we get cracking on this thing?
All right, sounds good. We got the products over here.
Well, as you can see, Ken's got the truck all washed up, but it is still ugly. I mean, this paint doesn't look good.
Yeah, it still looks pretty bad. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and use Beyond Clay, and we'll polish the surface out. There's a lot of oxidation, overspray on this paint, as you can feel, but the paint's still there. So the product will actually polish it and bring the shine back.
So what you're saying is underneath all this oxidation is some good quality paint still?
Yeah, it's still there. We just got to bring it back.
Now, I've never seen anybody use a clay bar product with a polisher before, but this is not your traditional clay bar.
No, normally with a clay bar, you use that to actually remove overspray and light oxidation, but it won't do anything for the shine. Beyond Clay, remove the oxidation and overspray, but it goes beyond that because it polishes the surface back. It removes scratches, swirl marks, any imperfections in the paint, which a clay bar won't do by itself.
So Kenneth, how do you use Beyond Clay correctly?
Beyond Clay is really easy to use. You just basically apply the product to the surface first, smear it around with the pad, and then just take your time and buff slow. You never want to buff a dry surface. You just want to make sure that there's always product in between the pad and actually the paint.
Now, one last question is, when do you know when you're done?
Well, when you're done, you can see we're starting to get close here. The oxidation is gone, the overspray is gone, and the shine's starting to come back. And you actually don't see any swirl marks or scratches, so that's when you're almost finished. But eventually the product will buff away and your shine will start to come out.
All right, I'll get out of the way and let you do some work. Now, while the guys are up front working on the paint, Brandon's back here fixing what really was a badly pitted and oxidized bumper. It's really coming to life, man.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's really common on trucks like these. You know, the owners usually leave them sitting outside, and oxidation and rust is kind of inevitable on this chrome. But what people think is, you know, oh, I got some rust on my chrome, I got to go get it re-chromed, re-dipped. That costs a couple $100. When all they really need is just a good chrome polish, like Killer Chrome here. It's really easy to use. You just, you know, put on a rag, or if you have a buffer, use a buffer, just wipe it on, and it really takes the oxidation and rust off pretty quickly, and it's very safe as well. It's not really abrasive or anything like that. It just cleans the surface of the chrome.
Now, what other surfaces can you use it on?
Any chrome or metal parts. Killer Chrome, the great thing about it is you can use it on stainless steel, metal, chrome. You know, you got your gas caps, your side mirrors.
All those little spots that make a difference in a show
Exactly,
vehicle.
and you want as much shine as possible, so.
Now, speaking of shine up front, I saw Kenneth cleaning the wheels on this thing, and I'll tell you, I thought it had two different wheels, black up front and polished ones in the back, but I'm starting to think they're the same now.
Yeah, they actually are. He used Beyond Steel, it's our wheel cleaner, and that was just years and years of brake dust and grime on that front wheel. It actually looked black when it came in, but now they're kind of evening out and they both look chrome now.
Yeah, well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more work to do on this 57 truck. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to show you guys how to bring some life back into your older vehicles. Wow, that is a miraculous difference, Kenneth. Quite honestly, I didn't think you could pull it off.
It came out awesome. You know, I showed Chance how to use the buffer, and he picked it up like that, and we actually knocked it out. It didn't take us very long at all. It came out great.
This is what I call a show car finish. I mean, it's like a baby's bottom.
Right, it's perfect. All the oxidation's gone, the surface is polished out, we have our shine, it's smooth, it's just like we'd like it. Now Chance is actually applying a coat of our nano seal, which is part of our two-step shine on process, prevent it and keep that oxidation from happening again.
So what we want to do is seal basically what we've got, this finished look, so it doesn't happen again. Now you put it on like any sort of wax is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, you just do this product by hand. You know, you wouldn't want to use a buffer with this. The heat from it makes it work faster than it wants to. So it's all strictly by hand. With this product, Nano Seal, you coat the whole truck and let it sit for about 20 minutes. In that time, it'll seal all the pores, and you just pull it off by hand as well.
Okay, now you guys are going to go through a couple more steps, I guess, right?
Right, we'll put a coat of the glaze on after this. The glaze is just a shine amplifier. It's used to be in between sealing and waxing the car just to maintain it, like a touch-up product. And then we'll also throw in, I think it's back here, a coat of our Barrier Reef Carnauba wax. This will be the final step that we do. What that does is it adds depth to the paint and gives us a little added protection.
Okay, so this thing will be locked and loaded, it'll be bright red and ready for show.
Yeah, it's gonna look great.
So Chance, what do you think, man?
It's amazing. I mean, I was always one of those guys that's kind of, you know, afraid of buffers and stuff like that. I was always kind of intimidated by it, but I mean, Kenneth taught me in about 10 minutes, and I could be a pro detailer now. I mean, anybody can do it. I'm living proof of that.
All right, cool. I'm going to let you guys wrap this up. Then, Chance, I say it's time, when you get this thing all sealed up, to bring it over to the show, see what kind of response we get. Because, man, to me, this thing looks show ready right now.
Absolutely. I'm ready. I'm excited.
All right, we'll see you over there. All right, break it down for me. What did you do to bring this thing back to life? Give us the whole recap.
Okay, well, basically, after I hooked up with the guys from Surf City, you know, started with a simple wash, and they turned me on to a couple new products. Basically, they had a thing called Beyond Clay. It caused with a buffer. You know, I was always a little afraid of a buffer, but after the guys showed me how to use it, it was really easy. Kind of restored the paint, brought it back to what we're looking at. At the first stage, you know, moved on from that into their nano kit, started with the nano sealer, sealed all the paint, basically gave us that shine he was telling me about and talking about earlier. Got into the glaze system afterwards. Beyond that, you know, I mean, they stepped onto the wheels with their chrome polish and gave me a whole new truck in just a few hours, pretty much.
You even did the interior as well, and got the chrome
absolutely.
bumpers. All right, so dollar-wise, what did it take to bring this truck back?
Well, I had 200 bucks in my pocket, and I still got some money left.
All right, and that includes the buffer.
Yeah, everything.
You know, and the best thing about that is the prices you were telling me you were getting for paint on this thing. What were they, like 6 grand?
Oh, easily 6 grand.
6 grand, $200. I see you went the right direction. Hey, you're the man of the hour. I'm gonna leave you being the man of the hour. I have to be the man going back to work.
All righty.
Have a good one, my man.
You too.
Surf City Garage, your ride's worth it.